Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Astrid. I try on fashion videos every week, and we're back in this very weird setting simply because I'm in Finland right now and the light is very rare at the moment since it's November, like December when I published it. I'm filming in November, and it's just very rare at the moment, and this is the only place in the house where I can get good lighting, but I cannot use a tripod here. So I have to hold my camera, so this is the situation right now. But yeah, today I'm going to do a video about Finnish culture shock, because I think I've been long enough here to experience most of the culture shock, and also identify what is related to the actual culture and what is related to the people themselves. So, let's go. Before we get into this video, if you like travel fashion, feel free to subscribe because that's what I do. And yeah, let's go. So first thing that was really a shock to me is that people here have very modest behavior, in the meaning that people don't hit on you in the street. Guys don't like come to clubs to you and really like, try to touch or anything, which is really nice. And you can go to a bar just as a group of girls and you won't necessarily have someone like come up to you like, hey girl, which is really, really nice. So seeing this, I was expecting for people to be also very body shy, but they're not body shy at all. Like really, really not. Like they go with their girls, they go to sauna naked, they go in some student parties sometimes there's a little bit of nakedness. And so yeah, it's very surprising to see how respectful and private they are in their behavior, and how like body comfortable they are. But yes, for some reason it's kind of surprising to see these two things together. But yeah, also as I say, they really, really avoid contact, which makes it that you can often have like a very awkward situation if you accidentally touch someone, or yeah, it's just really, really awkward here, and not for religious reason or anything. It's just how they are. And they're like, for example, if you get in a bus, like they really avoid contact with strangers, like even like conversational things. Like for example, if you get in a bus in Finland, like it's better if you try to sit alone, because you will make the person so uncomfortable if you sit next to them. Like when you step into a bus in Finland, I can guarantee you everyone is sitting like alone and as far as they can from anyone else. So it's very surprising, especially like when you come from a place like France, where we were like really contact forward, and here in Finland people are a lot more like shy about it. And also people are a lot more modest here, meaning that it's not seen as like too much self-confidence is not seen as a good thing. Like people won't, like very few people will be like, oh, I'm a very nice person. No one will say that. Or if they speak like 3 languages, they won't tell you. You'll just like find out randomly. Like it's seen as, like from what I've seen, it's not really a thing to brag about what you have, which is very unusual for me from what I've seen in other cultures. Most of the time the cultures are like, if you have it flaunted, like if you have money, have a nice car, if you have to always dress up really nice. And here they're really modest about things. They don't brag too much, they don't insist on their qualities or anything. So it's very different, and it's also quite nice. I really like it, because it kind of like dials down all the ego problems, because no one really talks about these things, so there's no really like big ego fights, which is quite nice. Other culture shock, it takes so much time before you get to be friends with people, and this is really weird because it's like it's a complete reverse culture shock from like USA. Like in USA we were shocked how fast people were like comfortable with you, and here's the complete opposite. Like people are very, very hard to become real friends with, but then once you're friends, they are the nicest friends you will ever have, and the most committed people ever. I'm not even close to kidding. Like the other day, we went to a party and like my friends, because I don't drink most of the time, I don't drink alcoholic beverages. So one of my friends bought me non-alcoholic drinks because they weren't sure that there was gonna be non-alcoholic drinks for sale. And after that, like even though I lived 5 minutes away from the place where we were having the party, they insisted on driving me home so that I wouldn't be cold outside. And for example, like one of my friends here, we had a book to read for a lecture, and my friend had in a conversation I told my friends that I couldn't find the book in the library, so he just gave me all his notes, like without me even asking. Like you're gonna have a lot of trouble. It's harder here to make friends, but once you made friends, they are the most committed and trustworthy people ever, which is so nice. But yeah, it's just really nice because even though you do have to put a lot more time into making friends, like they are gonna be like really like loyal and committed friends, which is really nice. Next thing is the eating time. They eat very, very, very super early here. Like the cafeteria for the dinner closes at 5, and for us, like in France, we never eat before 12, like for lunch, for example. And here, like if our course finishes at 11, people will eat at 11, which is very kind of odd for us. But yeah, and also a weird eating habit is that here eating alone is normal, which is not at all the case. Like in France, we always share food. Like meaning that it's just super weird for us to eat alone. You always eat with your colleagues or with your friends, with your fellow students and stuff. Like you never ever eat alone, and here they're completely fine about it. I'm just a weirdo going around cafeteria and like every time I see my friends eating alone, like why don't you come with me? Like why do you come on my table? And like, oh, it's just I didn't want to bother you, so I just decided to eat alone instead. And it's just it needs some getting used to, and I did it once, but I felt so weird. It was just like, I don't want to be there. But yeah, so here people eat alone, which is very strange to me, but it's okay. Also, people here, like, they are sort of cold, but also kind of friendly. And it's really just, the coldness is just related to the fact that you have to respect personal space. And I've said that in a couple of videos already, but in Finland, they put a lot of importance into personal space, and therefore they can seem very cold. But it's not that they don't care anything, it's just that they're respecting you, you know? And like, for example, I had a guy one time in my comments saying how guys don't hit on girls here, like in public, not just because they understand the miscomfort of the awkwardness of someone just trying to hit on you, and so just because they understand that and they respect that, they don't do it. And I really, really like this about the culture, that they really, really respect personal space, which is great. But once you've become like really friends with people, then they are really, really super friendly. And lastly, which again is not so much culture related, but the houses here are very different to what I'm used to. Like for example, every house, like even our student house, have saunas. Like it's so much into the culture, the sauna, that they like literally every house has one. Also, they have everything double. Like the windows are 2 windows. The doors is always 2 doors. It's to cope with the cold outside, but it's very strange because like at the beginning, you know, you kind of like, why is there 2 doors? Why is there 2 windows? What the heck? But yeah, so everything here is doubled, and also the shower is a little bit different, but it would be hard to explain. I'll do a house tour if that interests you, to show you the differences with Finnish houses and, you know, not cold country houses, I guess. But yeah, so that's the main differences I have seen so far. If I've forgotten anything, leave it in the comment below. I would like to know what you've seen differently. And yeah, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next week with a new travel and fashion videos. Until then, have fun guys. Ciao!